Katy Gaines. I am a team member of the Nelson Home Group at Keller, Williams, Kansas City North. I've been in real estate since August of 2021 after leaving a career in teaching. And I joined the team immediately and have been with them ever since.
Awesome. So, what were the biggest opportunities that you saw when joining the team?
Well, for me, I was jumping into an entirely new career that I knew very little about. And I knew that I needed structure and I knew that I needed guidelines and I needed somebody to help me figure out what to do because they don't teach you the day-to-day practices whenever you go to real estate school, as you know. And so whenever I came to the team, I saw that they had an onboarding process with boxes for me to check, which is something I like. And just knew that I would have the structure and the support and the mentoring and the coaching behind that to help me essentially build my own business from the ground up.
Yeah. So what trainings and coaching and things are required as part of being on the team?
So we have daily short huddles where we get to just hop on really quick in the morning on a Zoom and check in with each other, check in where our contracts are, where our clients are, a great time to ask questions. And we have weekly team meetings that are in person where we kind of dive into numbers and strategies and scripts and just whatever we feel like the team needs at that time. Those are two, required things. But then as far as like coaching sessions and stuff, whenever you're starting out, we have an onboarding schedule. And so part of that is meeting with the admin, shadowing other agents, doing things that will hopefully get you experience while you're kind of slow starting out without your own clients.
So tell us what the onboarding process looks like and what does that whole piece actually entail?
So our onboarding piece is honestly pretty thorough and maybe seems a little daunting at first, but it is designed that way because it's the most important piece of your business. Whether you're starting new or starting over, you've got to build that foundation. And that's what our onboarding is designed to do, is to help you build that foundation, to help you build your database, to help you reach out to your COI and let them know this new career that you're in. And so starting out, you're meeting one-on-one with our admin weekly. You've really got the support system there. And then you're also shadowing other agents whenever you want to see a buyer's consult or a showing consult or want to see what showings look like. You can reach out to the team and say, who's available. We've also got one-on-one meetings with our admin during that time to go over contract writing and to go over what counter offers look like and to just really dig into the nitty-gritty of the behind-the-scenes paperwork that goes into being a real estate agent.
Everything you didn't learn in real estate school.
Yep.
So what does the collaboration look like on the team?
I'm really proud of the culture that we have here at the Nelson Home Group. When it comes to collaboration, I really feel like we do a great job of celebrating each other's wins. There's never been a feeling here with the culture that we now have of animosity towards someone else's success or jealousy. We really try to celebrate each other. And the great thing about having other agents on the team and the admin and the leadership is that whenever problems arise that are new to you or things that you don't know how to tackle, which is almost every day in this business, you can just pop your head out your door and say, hey, I have no idea what I'm doing here. And someone is there that has done it before and can help you.
I love that. So when someone joins the team, what does the one-on-one sessions look like and just accountability in general look like?
So we use a 61-point scoreboard. So when you're starting out, your scoreboard looks a little bit different because you're doing onboarding, you're watching videos, you are doing some shadowing, you're doing one-on-ones with the admin and with the team lead. But then after you get past that onboarding process, you've still got the 61-point scoreboard to fall back on that really holds you accountable to doing the day-to-day things that will get you business. We have a whole section that is about, developing leads and adding more leads to your database and reaching out and having touch plans with them.
Is the scoreboard only for business?
The majority of the scoreboard is business geared. For example, on my scoreboard starting out, I had getting family time in there because I was really worried about having a work-life balance in this new career because as a real estate agent, you're really on 24/7. And so I had worked something like that into my scoreboard just to make sure that I was still making time for family too.
Yeah, and I like that when we can include those types of things, it will set us up to make sure that we don't fall into the trap of then having to unwind some bad habits.
Yep.
And
And getting burnt out.
Yeah.
You've got to balance it.
In what ways are you encouraged to build your own skill set and your leadership within the team?
So one thing, whenever I was interviewing different teams, that really stood out to me with the Nelson Home Group was how I don't feel like they're taking away our individuality. The team doesn't take away your individuality. We still get mailers sent out that are personalized with my face on them so that my COI is seeing my face and my name, different things like that. So that was one way that stood out to me when I was still brand new to this that I really liked. And I feel like that was a foundation to help me grow then my own COI and database because they were seeing me more. So I chose to farm my community, and the team supported me through that, from planning to marketing, helping me do it strategically and systematically, which then led to me being more involved then in leadership, and now I am a part of the leadership team. So something that our team has developed is a growth plan for agents. Because when you're starting out, like I said, you're really working on those foundations, but then once you get past that point, how can we help you individualize your plan? How can you make this business truly your business? So this growth plan that we've got, whether you're a new agent or you're an agent that is coming into a team for the first time, or you're just in a rut and you're wanting to start over, if you're new to our team, our growth plan starts out with helping you build those foundations and getting your database up and running, building your COI up, and then once you have past that foundational stage, you then have the option to more so individualize what you're doing with your business, whether it be farming or choosing some sort of specialization. And then we found after that, it's really, there's not a specific set path for every agent because everybody's different. So we're here to support them in however they feel led.
How does the team support you in your long-term growth, not just in the transaction to close? You mentioned the growth plan. Is there any other items that really help you grow long-term?
I would say that our team really hits hard on developing sustainability for our agents, because that's why we focus so much on the foundations in the beginning, because you have to have that to keep growing. And so we focus on relationships. We focus on our COI. We have, quarterly client events, and we have touch plans for our past clients, which is really designed to help you build a sustainable business that's going to last.
So one thing that I get asked all the time is how you guys are able to get people into production consistently as a new agent, get them into production as well as you do. And I tell people that it's your guys' superpower. So can you give us any insight? Is there a magic trick that you have?
So I wouldn't say that there is any sort of magic trick. I just think that we're doing the right things and we're doing them consistently. And we're teaching our agents that consistency is what matters in this business. And we're giving them the tools to be consistent. And so once they develop that and once they grow their database, it's something that happens over time.
Absolutely. So statistics show that 80% of agents will not be in the business after 3 years. So out of every 10 agents, we're looking at 8 of them will not last after renewal, essentially. So what has caused you, or what do you think the reason is that has caused you for now to be past your 3-year mark and selling 20 some homes, almost 30 homes at nearly 12 million in volume?
I would say, I'm going to sound like a broken record here, but it's that foundation that I built thanks to the team and the consistency that follows that. I have gotten to the point in my career where I have a lot of COI business, and they're my favorite people to work with. I love working with my friends and family and their friends and family. And once you hit that point, that's a real game changer for you. But to get there, there's a lot of things you have to do, and you have to be consistent, and you have to do the hard things in the beginning and make the tough phone calls and, create your own schedule and time block and all of those things that I think a lot of agents get into the business thinking they don't have to do. You have to tough through that, and you have to do it. And you still have to do it even whenever you're at the point that I'm at.
So I say that's the unsexy part about real estate because everyone thinks it's more like HGTV, right? When they
Yep.
get into it, or most people, I should say. And so then when, you go to trainings or you go to a team and they're like, you got to make these calls, you got to do these activities, and then it's the unsexy part about real estate is putting together a database, putting together all these things. Did you just believe the team and Joe when they said this is what you have to do, and you just blindly followed?
I mean, to an extent, yes, because as I said, I came from teaching. I didn't know what I was doing. And whenever I jumped into this new career, I knew that I had to jump in head first because I wasn't going to go back. And so I had to trust somebody that had done this before and had experience. And did I enjoy it all the time? No, but you are starting your own small business. And when is that ever going to be easy? I definitely agree that whenever I started out, I did not know all that real estate entailed. It does look a lot prettier from the outside in than what it actually is on the day-to-day. But that's where I did have to trust that I joined a team that knew what they were doing. And I feel very fortunate and blessed that I did from the beginning.
4 years in, 12 million in volume. Tell us, why do you stay on the team?
It's a great question. I stay on the team because to me, time is money. And the admin and the support that the team provides allows me time to focus more on the relationship piece and my clients, which is the part that I truly enjoy. And it's a huge benefit to me. Not only that, but our marketing and them allowing me to farm and do things that are my own specialization are the same things that I would be doing if I were on my own. But here I get the support and the marketing materials and, I get a lot of time back in my pocket of things that I don't have to do on my own. And then whenever you get to a certain point with the growth path I was talking, like where I'm at now, I can renegotiate splits. And so I am somewhat of a data person. I've looked at the numbers. And based on the number of clients that I'm able to take on now, if I were to go out on my own, it would just be more of a headache.
Well, you're looking at losing a lot of that balance because, you could probably do that amount of volume on your own, but you'd be giving up.
Yeah.
When you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. So you would have to say no to something else to create all of those pieces, to create those units.
Exactly.
Right? Like it doesn't
Yeah.
come without work.
Exactly.